everyone, welcome back to another tutorial, and today we're going to be making, as requested by this commentator, Five Nights at Wario's 1 in Minecraft. So thanks for the suggestion, because it was I actually was interested in this one. Now, Five Nights at Wario's 1 basically uses a bunch of edited stock photos of different buildings and compiles them all into one, so it was a little difficult to remake, but I think I've managed to do it in a way that works for this tutorial. So let's get into it. Okay, so to begin, we're going to grab some white concrete for the walls, and we're going to make a 7 by 5 spacing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Actually, against this second row of 5, we're going to make that part out of polished Blackstone or black concrete or whatever. Doesn't really matter, but I just use Blackstone because we're going to put some Blackstone shelving there anyways. If you still don't have access to Blackstone, you can use like stone bricks or something, and that should work just as well. Now that we've got this space, you're going to want to fill the floor in with just stone, normal stone. I already have that done because of a custom super flat world, just to make the tutorial go by quicker. Now, so we're going to come to the left side, we're going to come to this Blackstone part, count 1, 2, 3, and then punch this out, because this is where there's going to be an iron door. Then against this side, as we build the walls up, which are going to be 4 blocks high, so 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, we're gonna have a window be here at the same part, so 2 blocks, and then this third one is where the window's gonna begin. So we're just gonna have 3 light blue stained glass, and then another 3 on top of that. Then we're gonna surround that completely with white concrete, and just build up the rest of the walling, build up the Blackstone with more Blackstone. Okay, so here's the room's wall built up. Make sure it is 4 blocks high rather than the usual 3 for Five Nights at Wario's. We're going to come to this Blackstone area. Gonna just have, on this bottom row, full solid blocks. But then on every row above that, just some polished Blackstone slabs going upwards like that. And that's just going to be some shelving. Then we're going to have some upside down polished Blackstone stairs to be the desk part. Against this right corner, we're going to have a lamp, which is just going to be an iron bar with a skeleton skull facing against the wall on top of it, just like that. Then in the middle of the desk, we're going to have an iron weighted pressure plate with a 1x1 painting that's preferably the that one, this one that kind of looks like static or just a little bit. We're going to put a polished Blackstone stair right in front of that to act as the seat to the place. Then we could just like pop a lever here and a lever here so that we can open and close. Well, we can open and close the door, but not the window. That would require a bit of redstone if you want to make this window part functional. But pretty sure this is going to do it for the office. Yeah, there's nothing else in here, so we're just going to move on to the office hallway right here. So the office hallway is just going to be really quick. We're first going to build in front of this doorway with some more light grey concrete like that. Then we're going to go towards that way by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can make room for another doorway. So this is just a 3 by 6 small little spacing that we're going to encase completely in light grey concrete walls. And we don't really see much of this hallway in the game, so most of the hallways are going to have nothing in them. I only put props and stuff in the rooms that actually have cameras, which we're going to move into the office exit right now. So now we're going to move on to the office exit, which also is going to be pretty simple because there's not much in this room either. So we're just going to come from this doorway we made, 1, 2, leave a gap 4. And we're leaving this gap because, of course, that's where an iron door is going. And we can put a lever next to that just to open it. This is where you see Wario coming through. I think Waluigi is seen coming through here as well. But I don't know. I read a little bit about how the game works. I think Wario makes a sound when he comes through here, but Waluigi doesn't. I don't know much about Five Nights at Wario's 1. It is a pretty old fan game, and I've not seen too much of it. just enough to be able to look at images from the wiki and build this build. And while I was talking there, we actually finished the office exit, because again, there's not much in this room, so we can move on to doing some more hallways now. So now we're going to make our way over to the freezing room using some hallways. So we're going to start off by having a 3x3 space just like this. So we're just going to extend from this office exit door by 3 blocks of light grey concrete. Then on this wall we're going to go another 3 forward. But we're going to leave this space open because this is where this hallway is going to be 3 blocks wide. And we're going to go place a block here so that we have a 3 block wide hallway here and one there. And this block here just kind of splits the two. So we're going to be going down this left one first, and that leads to the freezing room. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in there. And then over here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 4 blocks here, then we're going to go 1 block backwards with the wall and make it 9, and do that with 9 blocks. Against here, we're not going to go the block forwards until 3 blocks afterwards. So 1, 2, 3, then we're going to go a block forwards. And the hallway just kind of, yeah, just kind of makes that shape where it just kind of like goes across a block halfway along it. We can just fill this hallway in with completely light grey concrete, and we can also build the doorway to the freezing room up right here. So let's fill up this hallway, then we'll actually make the freezing room itself. So now that we've built this hallway, we can move on to the actual freezing room itself. So we're going to come to the left side of this door with cobblestone and just make 2 blocks against that side. And then we're going to have, this place is going to be an 8x8, and these are 2 of the blocks already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So go 2 blocks to the left of the door, and then count the rest of the room's width going this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now, if we do another 1, 2 right there, that is going to show that there's a doorway going here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is going to make our 8x8 room. So let's just build up the rest of these walls, then we can place our props in the freezing room. Okay, so when you're filling in this wall here, we're actually going to leave out the middle of the wall and only fill in the borders around it. Then we're going to fill in this middle of it with spruce fence, and we're going to place some stripped oak wood behind the fence, and that'll cover up this wall. There we go. We can also, while we're at this, place some diorite. We're going to start above this last fence in this corner. We're going to place diorite there, go diagonally down, diagonally up, diagonally down, diagonally up, and you'll end up with a W. Because there is like a white W been sprayed on the wall in this room, in that corner. So now that we've done that, I'm just going to fill in the rest of these walls, then I'll place the props. So in this room, we're going to start by grabbing some white carpet and just placing that in front of this spruce fence part of the wall. Then we're just going to need some dark oak stairs and slabs. We're going to come to this corner with the W, go 1 block away from the corner, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So all the way up the wall with this dark oak shelving that we're placing in here. Just placing more and more like that. Now, the last thing we have to do in here is, first of all, place 2 stripped oak woods next to that dark oak shelving. Then we're going to place a stripped oak wood in the top bit of that corner. Then go underneath it with 2 stripped oak woods, destroying the block underneath. And then we're going to need... Okay, no, we'll need 1, and then we'll need the 2 after that. So 1, and then down another 1, and then down with 2, and then down with another 1. And that'll make it look like this. Then we're going to place 1 just to the right and 1 block down. And then we're going to have going down with that, 2, and then just 1. So that's 2 bits of wood leaning against this shelf. And that's going to finish off the freezing room. So now we're going to go through here and continue with our hallway to storage. So coming through this doorway, we're now going to once again just place some light grey concrete like that in behind the doorway. Then we're going to go with a 3x7 spacing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to place another doorway at the end of this hallway. Very nice and easy, all of the hallways around this build. So this is going to lead to storage, which actually does have quite a few props in it, and it's a pretty big room. So if you're getting tired of just little hallways and small props, then storage is going to have quite a bit of stuff in it. So let's move on to the storage now that this hallway's done. So the storage is going to be a 5x13 spacing. And we're gonna, first of all, just build an extra layer after this doorway, which does make the doorway thicker for no real reason, but I think I did this by accident and then ended up needing this extra space in order to make the bathrooms fit. So, for safety, I'm just gonna do it again in the tutorial. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna have... against this 5th block is actually going to be most of the wall. We're just making it 5 blocks because this wall here is a little different. We're going to go up the usual 4 for this first layer. Let me just build this one up first as well. Then we're going to have a 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 only on the top block and the one block underneath it. So the wall will look like this. Then we're going to do that another 2 times, so leaving a 3 block gap on the bottom block and second to top block, and filling in just like that. So we've got 3 of these patterns against this wall. Then we're going to go up with 1 just next to it, leave a 2 block gap, and then fill in another 2 blocks, and then we can just connect this wall back over here, and let's just finish filling this in. Once we've filled that wall in, we're going to place barrels in here, facing upwards, barrels facing upwards. So place barrels facing upwards behind these gaps once you've filled in the walls. So now for what's actually inside of storage, we're going to start by placing a cauldron just by this part of the wall here, filling it, and then placing an UG fence like that. That's just going to be a mop in a bucket. We can drag andesite wall across this top part of wall like that. Then here we're going to have a Blackstone table just like that with just 2 upside down polished Blackstone stairs. And then from this one from the one that isn't leaning against the wall, we're then going to go in front of it by 2 blocks gap and place the stairs. So 1, 2, and then the stair goes there. And that's going to do it for storage. Now we can move on to more corridors. So with this hallway just after storage, we're going to have a 3x10 space. And that's coming just from here. So 1, 2, 3 against the doorway here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or maybe like... I think it's like just 10 like this, so not against this wall. Okay, yeah, I was right. So we're actually going to remove these N3 blocks on that wall, because then we're going to just build next to this area. Then against this wall, we're going to go with this light grey concrete walling, and then we're going to replace it with stone bricks. And then we're going to leave a gap of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place another stone bricks, light grey concrete, and then we can drag this hallway backwards. And eventually this is going to line up and connect back to this here. So that should line up and connect properly. Let's just fill in some of this hallway, and then we'll move into the entrance 1. So entrance number 1 has a lot of doorways that don't really lead anywhere, but they have light coming from them. So we're just going to put a light source in those doorways. Now, if I come into the build like this, we're going to build the right side of the wall here. So we're going to just build another layer behind these stone bricks, then leave a gap, and then 1, 2, 3, leave a gap, 1, 2, 3. leave a gap, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did that, but there's another doorway going in. I just did that so that I could get hold of how long this is going to be like. So we're going to punch the other doorway in just there from the end of the hall here. So 1, 2, and then the door goes in. So this is all going to get filled in with stone bricks. And we can fill in the left side of the hallway with mostly just full, because there's only one door against this. And it's a 3-block space between this final door on this hallway side. And okay, so basically line yourself up with this last doorway, and then 1, 2, 3, then leave the gap. So that's where that doorway's going. And also on top of every doorway there is a birch sign. And we're just going to put some light source. I'm going to use sea lanterns in them. So once we've done this, like filled in the doorways with the light source, put birch signs all over them and built up all the walls, we're going to come to this door. Because this door at the very end is, from my in-depth analysis of the images, I deduced that this door actually leads outside. So we're going to make this door be real and not blocked off. Then we're going to 1, 2, 3 block gap from it going this way and build up an andesite wall just leading up like that. And this is going to finish off entrance number 1. Now we're going to come down this hallway and connect it up better so that we're going to make where machinery is going to be, and then we'll make the bathrooms. So in order to build this hallway, we're going to build up this wall first. And this is going to be 11 blocks. I've got 10 here, so I just need to make 1 more. And then we're going to pop in the doorway. So, going to leave a 3-block gap and then continue the wall going all the way back. And it does, in fact, line up and connect back to the wall properly over here for me. So, from this doorway, we're going to have this row as a gap. And then there's going to be the bathroom door against this wall. So, we've got this hall that leads to machinery. Another block, and then the bathroom door. Now we can just fill in the walls for the rest of these hallway, and then I'm going to make a start on building the bathroom. So the bathrooms here are going to be 6 by 12, and in terms of where we start, in terms of where the door is, we're going to come to this place, and then to the right we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then begin. And to the left, we're going to go 1, 2, and then begin. So, like this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that actually just connects to the storage wall there. So, that's why I said earlier we need the extra space of doorway in that one area. So, we can fill this walling all in now. But the bathroom is the only room that doesn't have stone as the floor. Instead, it uses smooth stone. So, instead of having this stone here, I'm going to have to punch it all out and replace it with smooth stone instead. So now we can place in the props in the bathroom. So we're going to start by placing a bunch of sinks across here, just using some quartz stairs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to need 9 sinks, and then 2 urinals, which we're just going to place 2 quartz stairs like that to represent. Then we're going to place light grey concrete. We're going to make the stalls now, so like 2 blocks just completely filling in that space with light grey concrete. Then against here we're going to fill in a space with light grey concrete too, and then leave a gap and just keep doing this, and this is going to separate all of the bathroom stalls. Just like that. Now in each one of these we can place a quartz stair with a birch trapdoor on top of it, just like this. And then we can place in a bunch of spruce doors, preferably all of them facing the same way, just to make it look neat. Then we can place light grey concrete on top of the spruce doors. And there we go. This is going to be the bathroom complete. So now we're going to turn our attention towards this empty hallway, and we're going to make machinery. So machinery is a pretty big room. It's going to be 8 by 20. So coming against this part of the hallway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then against this back wall, we're going to now put in the doorway to the next area. So for the doorway in machinery, we're just going to copy this doorway on this side. So against this wall, 1, 2, 3, and then just fill that in like that. And with machinery, it's slightly different with the walls, in that the walls in this room are actually 5 blocks high, rather than just 4 blocks high. So we're going to need to build this place up 1 block higher than the rest of the build, but that shouldn't be too much to handle. So, as you may expect, there's a bunch of machinery in machinery, but I'm not really the best at replicating that, and I looked on the camera. It's really difficult to tell what exactly it is that's in this room. Like, I know it's a massive crane or something, so that's basically what I tried to make. But you can by all means not make this and instead make your own thing if you think you could do machinery better than me. But basically we're just going to come into this back corner, make a 2x2 of polished andesite and build it 3 blocks high. Then we're going to only build up this side and then make it go across by 1. And then we're going to go above that and make it go across by 1, 2. Then we're going to go downwards diagonal twice with it. Wow, that was bad. 1 and 2. Then we're just going to pop those in that side. We're also going to go downwards diagonal a 3rd time. Didn't notice that. There we go. Now we're going to make this part a 2x4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Then we're going to have 6 andesite walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This thing looks really bad, but I had no idea what actually the camera was showing me. And just 2 polished Blackstone stairs like that. So probably the saddest crane in all of Minecraft, but at least it wasn't as bad to build as a diagonal car. So we can move on from machinery into some more hallways now. So this hallway is going to be a 3x15. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I'm just going to bring that along on this side, but we're going to leave 3 blocks at the end on this side, because then the hallway is going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Then from here, the hallway is going to go backwards like that by 1. Then diagonally leave 2 blocks like that. Going to build up just like this. So we've got a space like this. To recap, this hallway is 15 blocks long, and then 5 blocks across like that, 2 blocks here going backwards, and then a 4 block wide space where entrance 2 is going to be. Now, with entrance 2, we can also grab some polished Blackstone stairs, make a bench there, because on this camera, I think Luigi sat on a bench in that corner. And then we could place 2 dark oak doors, and that's the actual entrance. So there are 2 entrances to Wario's factory, and this is the second one. While we're building up these walls, don't forget that we're not making it as high as the machinery walls, we're making it 1 block lower, because machinery was 5 blocks high, and the rest of the build is just 4 blocks high. We can also make this wall here 1 block thicker, because once again, it's going to do a U-turn, and then go back around, and then loop towards this window. So now we're going to make the corridor, which is 31 blocks long going across this wall by this door. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. and then we can just place a doorway at the end of this corridor. Let's build this wall backwards as well. Now, against that wall there's going to be some windows. So I'm going to show you where these windows exactly are going on the walls. So the first window is 6 blocks in, and then the next ones are 3 blocks after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's going to be a window. So we're going to grab some normal glass, fill in 3 blocks above that, and then 1 block in the middle of that. Then 1, 2, 3, like that. And we're going to copy that exact window pattern, and we'll do that once more, and we'll have ourselves 3 windows here. Now, you may want to just punch out random bits of glass in these windows, because in-game the windows are actually broken. So just like punching some of those glass blocks out will do. Now, for this doorway, all you really need to do for the doorway is just... Oh, shoot, I dropped my light grey concrete. We're going to need to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So that's what the doorway is going to be like. And that's going to lead to the control room. So we can now just build up the rest of this corridor. And then last thing we'll have to do is place some pillars. So there are 3 pillars in the corridor. The first one is going to go just against the start of the corridor. Then a 4 block gap in our next pillar. 5 block gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next pillar. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block gap. Next pillar. So 4 pillars. These end to have a 5 block gap. This first has a 4 block gap. So now with that done, we can move on to the control room through here. And that should be the final room. So all we got to do for the proportions of the control room is just come here with this doorway, wrap it back around, and it should connect pretty well to the control room, just like this. And when it comes to building up this wall, we're just going to build around the window so that we can still see into this room. And we're only going to build 1 block after the window. So this 1 row here, and then this back wall begins. And from the doorway, we can just connect it next to the doorway, just like that. And that's the basis for the control room, so now let's fill those walls in. So, you don't really see the door to the control room in-game, but you may want to just... Since it is a control room and everything, we may need a door for it. So I'm just placing a double spruce door there. Now, for what's actually in the control room, we're going to place just a small light grey concrete pillar next to the window there. In front of that, we're going to leave a gap, polished Blackstone, with polished Blackstone stairs on top. And then we're going to have 7 control panel things against this wall, in line with where this begins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like that. Then we can place some polished Blackstone stairs on top of that, and polished Blackstone slabs on top of those. We're going to place polished Blackstone in front of this second one. And we're going to place a polished Blackstone stair right by this area there. I'm not sure what most of this is because I'm not a tech wizard and there's a lot of it. So I'm not too sure what exactly it is. And then against this wall we have just 3 blocks of polished Blackstone looking like that. And once we've placed those 3 blocks, we have finished the whole build. So you may want to run around and pop a roof on this place. If you're going to place a roof in, just like do grey concrete or black concrete. My default roof block is grey concrete for a lot of builds. So yeah, just run around and pop a roof on this place, place a few lights, and that'll be the build done. So this one was pretty simple, a lot of hallways, a lot of small rooms, pretty fun to make, so thanks for the recommendation. And Five Nights at Wario's was originally made by WwwWario, so be sure to check them out. There's a lot more Five Nights at Wario's games. I'm not too sure if I'll make tutorials on those ones at the moment. It's a possibility. But until then, I'm going to see you guys in the next video of mine. It's Calamitough, the channel with pig, tutorial craft.
You want fun? Wario show you fun.
No, Crunk Kid's going to show you fun.
Oh my god, wow!